and once I moved over here, and he and I started talking, we had a lot of things in common. So that's why when he and I started communicating with each other, and even the brother that was that he was working with, he's died, Wakil.
Robert? Yeah.
Yeah.
Abdul Wakil, yeah.
So we had a lot of things in common, even though we hadn't met. But some of the conversation that we can have now is only because he was going through some things here in Slidell, and I was going through some similar things in California. So when we would meet, we could talk a similar conversation, and that's how that's one of the ways that we grew close to one another, and because some of the people that he talked about that he was trying to organize community-wise, when he and I started talking, I found out they were some of my cousins. So we had some things in common, that some of the names he would mention, I knew the people. I didn't know nothing about them, as far as on the level that he went through, because I was living in California at that time. But when he would mention certain names, I said, yeah, that was my cousin, that was my cousin, that was a whole lot of cousins, whole lot of cousins. And that is why we are as close as we are now, because we knew some of the same people, and we would be talking about the way that people thought, and those types of things like that. That we had some similar things, some things that we had in common, because we knew some of the same people, and I found out some of those people was my cousins. So we could discuss names, and and remember so and so and so so. Well, he would do this and he would do that and he would do that, and so we would meet quite often after Juma and talk about these things, because I had nobody around here that I could talk to like that, because the people in New Orleans, I wasn't kin to any of them. I didn't go to school over there, so we didn't have nothing in common. So once I started going over here in Slidell, then I saw a lot of things that we had in common, so we became close, because we had a lot of things. First, because of the black nationalist type things that I was involved with in California, and then also when I moved here, then when we met, then he knew a lot of the same people I knew. So that is how, some of the ways that we were close to one another, and we had a lot of things in common. So, but some of the things that he went through over here, on one level and one way, I was going through in California. So when I moved here, we could talk, we could hold similar conversations, because we had some of the same experiences, but it was in different parts of the country. So a lot of the things that he and I could talk about, there's nobody around us that we can talk. He and I could talk to about that. So that is how we became, I would say, as close as we are right now in relationships to one another, because we have a lot of things in common that we can talk about family-wise, that there's nobody around, and most of the people that we knew is dead and gone now. Even the Muslims, a lot of the Muslims are dead and gone. They're in the cemetery. So our circle of friendship it's getting it's getting closer. It's getting tighter and tighter because due to the age and so on and so forth, and life experience and things like that. So we can talk a similar conversation, but it was derived from different parts of the country. And he derives a lot of the things from here in Slidell, and I derived a lot of those things, some of the same similar things, from California. So that is one reason why we're as close as we are now.
You know, when they ordered the Shackleton to go to Oklahoma, my grandfather, they wanted that land. He had to leave. But some of the Indians, they declared themselves to be colored. Okay? So they're brown skin, light skin. And some of the Indians declared themselves to be white. Right there in Pearl River, some of my cousins moved to Pearl River and became Ku Klux Klan. They're still my cousins now, Parkers. Okay? They're Klansmen, white Klansmen. I got a brother in New York. My daddy's son is a white Jew. Pastor Blanc, we call it, peasant for white. He got 3 kids, 2 boys and a girl. They all married rich white Jews now. They all rich white Jews. He's up there in New York. He's a white Jew. I'm down here. I'm a black Muslim. You see the idiocy of race? Huh? Idiocy. Idiot. Okay? We have to fight that problem. It's a big problem in America. If the Muslim can show our support to deal with that problem, we'll have a big impact on this country. The main problem now between Democrat and Republican is the question of race. It's not economics, it's race. Here we are, Muslims, without the solution to the race problem. We should be leading that. Solve that race problem. That's my mission, to free the slaves. This Quran said, the word of God finds its fulfillment in truth and justice. It's knowledge and justice. Adl and justice. Okay? So we should see truth and justice. That's the purpose of the Quran, the word of God, to promote justice. That's what I want to do. It's what I've been doing all my life, and I'm still doing it until I die. My body's 80 years old. My mind is still 26 years old. I'm ready to go. Not to stop. Life's not over till Allah take it,